I thank you all for tuning in, logging on to another episode of Illuminati News Hour, right here, Illuminati Radio. I'm your host, I'm your pastor, Mr. Michael Smith. If you are new to this page, please hit that follow button and turn on all your notification bells. I said if you're new to this page, please hit that follow button and turn on all your notification bells so that you can get this breaking news stories as we drop them. And if you have any special request videos that you want me to do, a celebrity you want me to do a video on, or a YouTuber you want me to do a video on, or a particular topic you want me to do a video on, it's a small donation of $5. The donation link is in the description box below. Let's go! Alright, this news article, this report, this video was paid for by Brother Antonio, Brother Antonio, I want to thank you for the donation for this video. And when I seen this, Dick Gregory, very smart old man. Very, very smart old man. But that's why that's why our elderly folks are so needed in these days and times, because all our elderly folks got this type of wisdom. You cannot get this type of wisdom from these old folks, because the elderly is the ones that actually went through the things that they went through. So when they tell these stories, they are authentic with it, because they are telling their testimony. They are telling you what they see. They are telling you what they've been through. And let me tell you something. Very smart man, Dick Gregory. I was watching an interview when I received this. The donation from Mr. Antonio to do this video on Dick Gregory. I didn't know who he was at first. You know what I'm saying? I know. Call me living under a rock. I probably was living under a rock. I don't know. I never knew who he was until Mr. Antonio, you know what I'm saying, sent me the donation for this video. You know what I'm saying? Then I did my little research. And the first thing I seen was a Breakfast Club interview. And it's a long, dry Breakfast Club interview, but it was very educational. You know what I'm saying? It's like maybe like an hour and a half long, probably. Probably not, because the Breakfast Club, I don't know how long that show is, but it was a long interview. And he said in 1968, he said some numbers that, you know what I'm saying, because maybe, you know what I'm saying, it was ordained for him to be on that Breakfast Club, to do that at that particular time. Because, pay attention, he did that interview in 2016. 2016 is when he did that Breakfast Club interview, people. And I believe it was April of 2016, he did that Breakfast Club interview. And in that interview, I heard him say that he ran for president in 1968. 1968 is when he ran for president. Now, after that, you know what I'm saying, he went on saying, and he showed some documents. He showed some documents on the QAs. He showed some documents where the FBI, you know what I'm saying, paid for the mortgage of Timothy McVeigh, I think it was. And these are secret things, and nobody knew these things until Dick Gregory brought him out. So I'm like, number one, why would they even bring Dick Gregory on the Breakfast Club? You know what I'm saying? Because nobody gets put on the Breakfast Club unless they goes along with the agenda of the elites. Because right after that Breakfast Club, the next year, in August 2017, remember, he was on the Breakfast Club March 2016, he was on the Breakfast Club. In March 2017 is when he died. And I think he was on the Breakfast Club because John Legend was producing a Broadway play starring him. So if you ask me who's responsible, who's involved in Dick Gregory's death, I would have to say it would be John Legend. And because let me say, you cannot make this up. This man went on the Breakfast Club and he told all of these truths, which was all truths. I'm not gonna put that back behind. I'm not gonna put that to hold that against him. He told all truths on the Breakfast Club. That was August 2016, which also is a ritualistic number right there. And then the next year, in August, well, April 2016 is when he came on the Breakfast Club. August 2017 is when he died. You know what I'm saying? And all I can think of is you exposing all this on the Breakfast Club. And all I can remember is what happened when Joan Rivers, you know what I'm saying, said what she said about Obama and the Obamas. Michelle Obama and Barack Obama. Soon as she said that, the next day she died. And also I look into what's his name, Nick Cannon said on his podcast. He said the black people, the real Jews, they shut him down. So, you know what I'm saying? So Dick Gregory was a very wise man. But you see, we're living in an era where you cannot say anything. See, it was back in the day, you can talk like that. You can tell your testimony. You had a more freedom of speech as being a comedian back in the day. It was like no holds bars with the comedians back in the day. But you see, we living in an era where the elites know that the Most High God is waking up his people. And if we get one little, you know what I'm saying, whiff of some truth, we're searching for more truths. And I got to say, Dick Gregory didn't know what he was getting into when he was offered a deal through, you know what I'm saying, John Legend. And I want to say Dick Gregory didn't know what he was getting into when he was offered a deal through John Legend and when he was offered a deal to go on the Breakfast Club with Charlemagne, DJ Envy, and Angela Yee. All of them played a major role in his demise. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, you know what I'm saying, and that's why the elites is that's why the elites is getting rid of all of the black elders. You know what I'm saying? The black elders, or what you call the black old heads. You know what I'm saying? The black old heads that they want you to follow is black old heads that are being controlled by them. You know what I'm saying? They don't want no freelance black old head. Now I say old head because I try to, you know what I'm saying, speak according to how you young folks call us. Because you know what I'm saying, we just call us old school people. We just call ourselves old school. We don't call ourselves no old heads. But that's how y'all say it. But you know what I'm saying, Dick Gregory is the last of the Mohican. And look, and right after that, you know what I'm saying, about 3 years later, you get this pandemic, which took out what? Took out most of the elderly. What did the coronavirus mostly attack? All of the elderly. The elderly. You know what I'm saying? The elderly and the children. You know what I'm saying? But Brother Antonio, you want to know was this man was a real truther? Yes. Man was a real truther. The only thing about it is certain things he did not know. You know what I'm saying? That we know now. You know what I'm saying? See, he did not know who he was. We know that now. Can you imagine, you know what I'm saying, all the information that Dick Gregory had? Can you imagine if he knew that he was a Hebrew? Can you imagine if he knew that he was not only a Hebrew, that he knew the Most High God's name, and he knew who the people was, instead of calling them the white man? Can you imagine how much power he would have? He was a threat. And and they set him up. They set him up to destroy him. And that's what they did. But anyway, this is news. I want to thank you, Brother Antonio, for sending me the donation for this video. If you guys have any special request videos that you want me to do, with a small donation of $5. The donation link is in the description box below. Also, if you're new to this page, please hit that follow button, hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I drop this breaking news on you. Make sure you hit that notification bell so I can drop this breaking news on you. Also, want to thank you all for tuning in and logging on to another episode of Illuminati News Hour right here on Illuminati Radio. Until next time, let's go!